Hello friends, good afternoon all of you, and let's begin for today's class. Okay, so if you remember last time we people have finished, I think, that conjunction. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So maybe in today's session, almost we have done in 1.1, we have done everything.
Sir,
You know that
1.1 and 1.2.
1.2, in 1.2, what was there? Okay, so let's go. In today's session, we are going to begin with. Okay, yes.
In
Works.
1.2, there are adjective, adverb, preposition, and conjunction.
Yes. All right. So that we have finished. So I thought that everything is all parts of speech I was thinking was 1.1. Okay, that was right. So we have done with that also. You know that out of 8 parts of speech, which we have not done? Interjection. So interjection we have not completed. So interjection is nothing but, you know, that sudden feelings of, it can be of joy, sorrow, anger, etc. So, you know, that, oh my God, and bravo, oh. So these will come in interjection. So you can just look for these few interjections and you just try to learn them. So today, in today's session, I would like to go for, you know, idioms and phrases. Okay. So first of all, we need to understand what does it mean, idioms and phrases. So when we people use language, it is not all about words. It is not about just only sentences, okay? But that language has some culture, traditions, conventions that has been followed. So you can take example of our mother tongue, Marathi, okay? So in Marathi also we have some specific words that we people are using. So in other words, idioms and phrases are nothing but your vakya prachar and money. So can you give me some examples of idioms and phrases in mother tongue? काही म्हणी वाक्यप्रचार आठवतात का मराठीमध्ये 10वीत वगैरे शिकवलेले मराठीतले शिकलेले?
अतिथी माती.
अतिथी ते माती.
काखेत कळसा गावाला वळसा.
ओके. काकीत कळसा गावाला वळसा. And simultaneously, नाचता येईना अंगण वाकडे. And we know the meaning behind it, okay? So we are not taking literally, म्हणजे नाचता येईना अंगण वाकडे. So याचं आपण असं word meaning नाही घेत. We understand something beyond this phrase, okay? So if you are just going to use it, की नाचता येईना अंगण वाकडे, याचा अर्थ काय घ्याल तुम्ही?
एखादी गोष्ट आपल्याला करायची नसेल तर आपण त्याला कारण देतो.
Yes, like this. Yes. Yes, that is also. And also you people can think there are so many, but you know they are culture specific and they are again related with a particular language only. So similar kind of things they are in every language. हे म्हणजे फक्त मराठीमध्येच आहेत असं नाहीये. तर they can be also in every language depending upon their culture, depending upon their maybe traditions and conventions. You people are going to find out such idioms and phrases in every language. So we are learning English language. So in English also you will find such idioms and phrases, and they have their own importance. So if you know English and if you are able to use it, speak it, read it, write it, but if you are using plain English, that may not be effective, okay? So if you want to learn the next stage, okay, initially your first attempt should be learning English, learning words and sentences, okay? But at later stage, once you feel that yes, I can speak English and I can read, write English, so next step comes where you want to go to the next level of your English communication. In that case, you should try to find out more and more idioms in English so that you people are able to understand, and also you need to use them in your communication also. Otherwise, people are going to use idioms and phrases in their communication, and we are just wondering what he's talking about. We are not understanding it, okay? So if we know more words and phrases, they're not only one words, okay? They're not going to be like the words that we check into dictionary, but you people need to understand They are specific words, they are specific phrases, and they have certain meaning, and their meaning is, hidden meaning that we have to take, and we people have to understand it. Okay. Yes, so let's begin to find some more information about idioms and phrases. So it says dictionary defines an idiom as a form of expression peculiar to a language. Okay, so peculiar to a language. So what idioms and phrases we people are using in mother tongue or Marathi may not be the same idioms and phrases are there in English. There might be same, there might be having some common, but not all. Okay, so because that English tradition, English culture, English conventions are different, and our tradition, our culture, our language is different, so there might be some different idioms also. So it is peculiar to a language, and that is a form of expression. So through idioms and phrases, you're expressing something, you're delivering or exchanging thoughts and ideas. So every language has its own collection of wide sayings. So collection of wide sayings, हे कुठून आल्या अशा idioms and phrases? So you need to go back to the traditions and conventions, so where old people, they used to, maybe from their experiences. Okay, so what we people are just calling it today, just तुम्ही सांगितलं नाचता येईना अंगण वाकडे. So from where did it come into existence? So there might be some story might have happened with this, and then it has become prevalent in society. म्हणजे एखादी अशी काहीतरी घटना घडली आणि मग त्याचा अशा दैनंदिन वापरामध्ये त्याचा वापर करण्यात आल्यानंतर then it became, and it spread widely and people are using it. Okay, so like this, they offer advice about how to live and also transfer some underlying ideas, principles, and values of a given culture or society. So instead of talking in plain words, that these will help you to offer an advice. So rather than, if you're just using plain words, it may harsh or it may hurt the feeling of that people. But if you are going to use idioms or these kind of expressions, that you are going to tell it in a kind of softer words, and you're going to transfer underlying ideas which are there, or principles, norms, values which are related to that particular culture only, you're going to express through these expressions. These sayings are called idioms. So in short, these are just phrases which have been used since long time ago, and they are prevailing in that particular language, society, and culture. So these combination of words have rarely complete sentences. You not find that we people have the structure of sentence like subject, verb, and object. So this kind of complete sentence structure you will not find in case of these idioms. Rather that they are incomplete, or they will not be just having the complete sentence. So a figurative meaning, in short, idioms are a source of sparkle and polish. This list of commonly idioms and sayings can help you to speak English or to use English in a better way. So I think that this is a limited list. Okay, what I'm going to give you people, that is a limited. That you have to just search more and more idioms and phrases as per your need and requirement. So then it is going to become very useful for you. So let's begin, let's start. So first of all, here we are going to talk about first one, and that is action speaks louder than words. So if you're going to read this and refer this, so practically you are not going to get any kind of meaning from this sentence. Okay, you'll come to know actions do not speak at all. Does action speak? No, action does not speak at all. But the hidden meaning behind this, action speaks louder than words. So that there are people we have seen around us, they're always talking, do this, do that, and do this, and they themselves do nothing, but always they're just telling it to other people. So you should have done this, you should have done this, you should not have done this, like this, a kind of useless advice they're always giving, and they themselves are doing nothing. Or maybe that they are like great sages or sons who are always having guiding words, but they themselves are not doing anything. So in such case, that you people can use these things. People's intentions can be judged better by what they do than what they say. So here, when you people are communicating with other people, so you can use these phrases depending upon what they do rather than what they say. So this way we people can go for this idiom. Action speaks louder than words. So you need not to describe, you need not to tell into words that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, rather than you just work and people will see what he's doing. So you need not to explain, you need not to just give justification. What are you doing about it? Okay. So action speaks louder than words. This is a kind of idiom that you people can think you can use. Then let's go for this one example. And this example says, uh, yes, let me clear this. Without any arguments, we completed our project successfully. After all, action speaks louder than words. So you can relate yourself, or you can make your own example of action speaks louder than words from this example. So it says without any arguments. So maybe there are other people also, and they're also working on their projects. But we were working hard on our project, and we are not explaining we are doing this, we are doing that, we need this, we did this. No, we completed our project, and here now we need not to give any justification because we completed our project successfully. So action speaks louder than words. Okay, then let's go for here second one, that is a hot potato. So what you are going to understand from this, a hot potato, is it practical meaning we are going to get maybe hot potato, which is boiled potato. So here you are not going to understand anything related with potato, but it means that speak of an issue mostly current, which many people are talking about and which is usually disputed. So right now, can you give me example of a hot potato? Which is a hot potato right now, currently going on?
War between Russia and Ukraine.
Yes, that's right, Dhanush. The war between Russia and Ukraine, this is a hot potato today. You know why? Because this is, if you're just calling to your friends, maybe if you're talking with people, so everywhere people are talking of this war and what is going to happen, who is going to enter into this war, and maybe who is going to win and who is going to lose and who's going to use weapons. So this discussion is going on, and maybe this kind of things become a hot potato. And that's right, from Tanaji we got it. Elections also, when there are elections, that time also same things happen. People are always talking about this is my leader, this is your leader, this party wins, that party loses, there are some members and they're dragging and pulling, and maybe a number of things are happening. So people have a lot of interest in these things, so that becomes a hot potato. Okay, so here the given example may not be that much relevant, but you can replace what just we discussed about Russia and Ukraine war is a hot potato these days. So simply you can just speak like this, and people, those who know a hot potato, they're able to understand you, and those who are not understanding about, those who do not have any idea about a hot potato, simply they will be looking at your face what you're trying to say. Okay, so this may happen with us also, because if you don't know many idioms, in that case it may happen with us also. So it's our responsibility that we should try to know maximum idioms. Then let's go for next one here. Add insult to injury. I think that this is similar to our mother tongue also. Add insult to injury म्हणजे मराठीमध्ये काय सांगाल मला? मराठीमधून आहे ना आपल्याकडे एक म्हण अशी.
आगीत तेल ओतणे.
हा, जखमेवरती मीठ चोळणे. Yes, that's right. Okay, so add insult to injury. So already you are suffering from something. Okay, and additionally other people are coming there and they may be just trying to trouble you. Maybe they are just talking about your problems, maybe your personal things they are discussing publicly. So in such case, that can be add insult to your injury. So to further a loss with mockery or indignity, or to worsen an unfavorable situation. Okay, and from this you can relate, from mother tongue you can relate when we just call someone की जखमेवरती मीठ चोळणे हे आपण कधी वापरतो, ही situation if you can understand, similar is here also. So you can make your own examples, because it is not necessary or it is not only necessary to understand only meaning, but we should be able to make a sentence also. So here given example is like this: pessimistic people have a habit of adding insult to injury. So can someone make another sentence and use this add insult to injury in sentence? someone, any sentence where we can use add insult to injury. जसं क्वेश्चन असं नाही वाक्यप्रचाराचा अर्थ सांगा आणि वाक्यात उपयोग करा. So we need to make sentence also. So if you are able to see from this also you can make. It was, we'll say, he was adding insult to injury. Like this. So a situation, here you need a situation, okay, rather than a sentence, you need a situation. If you think of this situation, you'll come to know what exactly happening. And in such situations, you can insert this phrase. Then next, let's go for next idiom. At the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat. Something that you're doing immediately, without hesitation, instantly. Okay, so that is at the drop of a hat. On my call, she was ready to help me at the drop of hat. So other sentences you can just think like this. At the drop of a hat, he paid the bill of the hospital, like this. So means instantly. We can think of number of situations here. They may arise. So without hesitation, without wasting a lot of time, without thinking much, like this. Okay. Are you getting it? Any questions? I'm waiting for your reply. If you are having questions, not understanding, or it is difficult to understand. I don't think this is difficult.
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir, no doubt.
Fine, good. Then let's go for the next one. That is back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. So see, practically it is not any drawing or it is not any board, but when an attempt fails, it's time to start all over. Maybe you're learning something, okay? You can imagine your learning process. Okay, I got something in chat box. When the teacher entered the classroom, all students sat down at the drop of a hat. Okay, that can be also fine. So now pay attention to this number E. Back to the drawing board, it means that you're learning something, and while learning, it is not in the first attempt you are doing it at expert. Okay, you're not doing it maybe at the superset level, but sometimes we fail, and your first attempt gets failed. It can be number of times your attempts may get fail, but when again you're trying, next time you are again trying to just do the same thing, you are trying to learn that, you repeat your effort. In that case, you people can say back to the drawing board. Okay, so here one example is given. twice Veena had to go back to the drawing board for her new project again. So what do you mean by in first attempt she failed and maybe once again she is trying? It is second time Rohit has to go back to the drawing board, pass his exam, something like this. Back to the drawing board could be related to UPSC aspirants. Yes, that's right, Samruddhi. But you try to use it in a specific sentence, okay? That shouldn't be like could be related, but you just try to make one sentence where particular situation, okay? You just think of situation rather than sentences. You can think of situation, and in that situation you can quote the sentence. So I hope that you may be able to use back to the drawing board. So drawing board, it has nothing, any drawing, but there is no any board also. But meaning is plain that you're going to do something second time. Next, very important, I think that you might have read it a number of times in newspapers, okay? In newspapers you might have seen ball is in his court, ball is in that court, or in someone's court. Ball is in someone's court means that now it is your turn that you have to take the decision, okay? So maybe for example that is something is happening and it is pending from Supreme Court. So it said the ball is in Supreme Court's, maybe they are going to give decision, or sometimes it may be from political point of view, that is party or maybe chief minister. Maybe there is someone who is going to take decision. It is said that ball is in his court. So ball is in someone's court, it means that that person has to take decision or he is going to tell something. So that is ball is in your court. So it is up to you to make the next decision or next step. That is ball is in your court. So if someone is saying ball is in your court, it means that you have to make the decision. The manager told the employees that now the ball was in their court. So can someone make example for this? Ball is in your court. No need to just type, because in typing you'll get a lot of time. You can simply unmute and speak, that will be fine. Let it be wrong also, but you can try. Okay, you just think of your own examples. Maybe we'll get a separate list of all these things, because due to constraint of time we have to move faster. Let's go to the next. Barking up the wrong tree. So barking up the wrong tree here, actual barking, there is no any kind of tree also, but meaning, plain meaning, you need to take looking in the wrong place or accusing the wrong people. Someone has done the mistake and you are blaming someone else. So that is barking up the wrong tree. So Nisha was barking up the wrong tree for her demotion. So barking up the wrong tree, just held responsible someone else. Maybe for her demotion, maybe Mr. X is responsible, but she was accusing it to Mr. Y, like this. Beat around the bush. Beat around the bush. So that when we communicate, at number of times people are not talking to the point, or rather they will just take turns and twists, and then they'll not just tell the fact. So they will just add a lot of mirch and masala while talking about what they wanted to tell. Okay, so beat around the bush, just to be the point, and just talking something irrelevant here. So avoiding the main topic, not speaking directly about the issue. about the point, about the matter, but something else. People with less knowledge and low confidence always beat around the bush. Okay. It relates. And she started around the bush. To beat around the bush, something talking irrelevant. Yes, I got it from Tanaji. He says the Maharashtra government said to district collectors abolishing your quote about reopening schools and colleges in offline mode according to the situation. Yes, that's right again, Tanaji. So you can just think. So day-to-day situations and practical examples may be very, very useful here. So the example which Tanaji gave, that is aptly suitable as per the situation. And that way we can just use it. Then let's go to the next one. Next one is this. Best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. So when you best of both worlds, here there are no any both worlds. Okay, so both worlds here means that all the advantages. So this way or that way, you're getting a benefit. So in that case, it is best of the worlds. My decision of joining this institute is best of both worlds. It means that in advantage and benefit. There is no any loss. There is no any regret. Okay. So you can just, from this, you can make other examples and just try to use it. Then next one is bite of more than you can chew. Bite of more than you can chew. So here actually there is nothing that you are chewing or you are eating, but means to take on a task that is way too big, that may not be possible for you to complete, that may require huge resources, energy, or maybe people, manpower, or maybe something like this. And if you're trying to complete this, if you're just starting these kind of tasks, then it can be bite off more than you can chew, which is out of your capacity, which is out of your abilities. So that is bite off more than you can chew. Some people always bite off more than they can chew just to build their impression. So generally you can refer like this, okay? Some people always bite off more than they can chew just to build their impression. So to make just impression, but actually there is nothing like this, but people wanted to show off that I am great, I am maybe doing a lot of work. So something like this to create their own impression. So they bite off more than they can chew. Then let's go for next one, that is K. It says blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise. Disguise meaning, if you don't know meaning, you can check into dictionary. Disguise means that you're just changing your form or your attire, and something is not as it looks. Okay, that is disguise. So blessing in disguise, something good that isn't recognized at first. So maybe initially you look something, this is as a danger or that is as a loss, but in reality or practically that converts into benefit. That is not danger at all, that may be safe. Okay, so that is blessing in disguise. My colleagues are blessing in disguise. Okay, joining to the army is best. Okay, so it should be best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. That's right. Again, you can just make it like this. So blessing in disguise, you can say, when I went to the maybe any particular place. So the friends that I met initially, they were not that much cooperative, but later I come to know they are blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise. They are very cooperative. They are very useful. They may be they're very maybe cordial. Okay, like this. Then this is also commonly used to burn the midnight oil. So when people use this, burn the midnight oil. So if you are just working late in the night, usually people have habit. So maybe they're just working very hard. And for that, they have to stay awake during the nights. So from that, people can use. So here, the popular example, during exams, students burn the midnight oil. What does it mean? Students burn midnight oil. Students stay awake late during night and they study up to midnight also. That is the meaning. And you know that how did it came into existence? Maybe probably that in olden times there were no lights. Okay, there were no lights. There were lamps, and for that lamps people used to oil. Okay, and from that it came into existence that people were using lamps, and these lamps were just lighting up to midnight, up to the work is finished. So for that reason, the phrase came into existence to burn the midnight oil. So these days nobody's using oil for lamp. So, but from these kind of conventions, it came into existence. Okay. You can make your own examples. To achieve success in life, one should burn the midnight oil, or to pass the exam, one should burn midnight oil, or you just think of your own situations and accordingly you can just make sentences. Then let's go to the next number M. Can't judge a book by its cover. Can't judge a book by its cover. So if you're going to just think that if you're able to see a book, then you will understand what is in that book like this. Okay, so nobody's going to understand because cover may be different and content, what is there in that book, it is totally different. So it may be maybe you can say appearances may be deceptive. Okay, appearances may be deceptive. So what do you think it may be, it may not be, or it is as per against your guess. Cannot judge something primarily on appearance. Okay, cannot judge something primarily on appearance. For example, you can say that maybe based on their appearance, we assume or we undervalue someone, and maybe they have a lot of potential, skills, talents, knowledge, something like this. So your example is given. Interviewers were surprised to realize the knowledge of a student coming from rural background. You really can't judge a book by its cover. Okay. So here you can just think of another example. The boy was performing excellent art, but it was not good. People said, or people thought, you can't judge a book by its cover. so maybe his appearance, his look may not be that much good, but from that you cannot decide what he could be like or what he may have or may not have, like this. Then let's go for here, number N, caught between two stools. Caught between two tools. You can just take Marathi idiom here. Ikde yaar, tikde veer. Ikde yaar, tikde veer. Okay. So there are two equal problems and you are in between. So in such case, you can use this. Caught between two stools, caught between two fires. Okay, these are similar. So when someone finds it difficult to choose between two alternatives, okay, two alternatives. So you have to choose this or that. So, and it is difficult. You're not easily, I will go with this or I will go with that. You cannot go like this in such case. So one example mentioned here, that is, I was caught between two stools when I got the offer letters of renowned companies at a time. So here you're not able to make a decision which company you wanted to join, because you want to join this and you want to join because you're having offer letters of both companies, and it is a kind of you're not able to make your decision whether go with this one or whether go with this one, like this. Next, O, cross the bridge when you come across it. Cross the bridge when you come across it. So what does it mean that? So if you're taking it practically, you need to take the meaning like this: deal with the problem if and when it becomes necessary, not before. So what it means that, so suppose that you have a problem right now. So right now you have to face it. But you know that there is problem, and problem may occur at a later stage, not right now. So right now you need not to worry about the problem. It may be there, but right now you did not worry about. You need to solve this problem when it is required. So that time only. So deal with the problem if and when it becomes necessary. India caught between two stools when Ukraine asked India for help to war with Russia. Yes. So I think that Tanuj, you are just making exactly and relevant sentences. So you people, all of you just can just think what example is from him. So he has given. So it is very difficult to make a choice like this. India caught between two stools when Ukraine asked India for help to war with Russia, because, and here another situation that whether India has to go with Ukraine or whether with Russia, like this. Okay. So other people just take note of these kind of examples. You should be able to make it. Otherwise, simply understanding only meaning is not sufficient, but you should be able to try to use them in sentences. So we're talking about this one. It says to avoid hassles, cross the bridge when you come across it. Okay? So it means that when there is problem, then only you solve. Don't worry much about when the problem is not there at all. Then cry over spilt milk. Cry over spilt milk. So don't regret about the past. Whatever happened in the past, it is happened. You cannot change, you cannot correct it. But you should not worry, stop worrying about the past. Okay. So when you complain about a loss from the past, so in that case, you can say, don't cry over spilt milk. So Mr. Sharma from our team always cries over the spilt milk. What it mean? It means that he always worries about the problems or losses in the past. Then next, curiosity kills the cat. So curiosity kills the cat. So maybe that, you know, that first time something is in front of you and you're too much curious, wanted to know exactly what is happening, and that results into something. Maybe it breaks down or something like this. For example, you can take one example of something. One machine is there, okay, new machine is there, and you're too much curious how that machine works and what is it required, how output you're getting from that machine and how it is operating, and how to just make it on, make it off. असं खूप उत्सुकता आहे. So you're just going on experimenting on this machine. आणि मग त्यामुळे काय झालं, maybe you are breaking it down, or it may be not functioning, or it may be damaged also. So like this. So curiosity kills the cat. Being inquisitive can lead you into an unpleasant situation. Usually it may be negative. Okay. So Viren gets into trouble as he becomes too curious about the things. He fails to understand the fact that curiosity kills the cat. And next, the show has come to an end. This is very plain. The show has come to an end. It means that it is all over. You can use it in a function also. If your function is at about to end, you can say the show has come to an end. Or maybe any event, any program, any function, any party, or anything which is going to end, which is going to stop, which is going to maybe finish. So for that, you can use this phrase that the show has come to an end, and it means that it is stopped. So the show has come to an end due to disputes among family members. So because of the reason, that is family members, their fights, their disputes, now it has all over, it all finished, it all stopped. Okay. Then next, every dark cloud has a silver lining. So again here you can just relate it in your mother tongue. म्हणजे आपण म्हणतो ना प्रत्येक रात्रीनंतर सूर्य उगवतो, like this. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. Means there is something, some hope. So it is not म्हणजे काही झालं, किती नुकसान झालं, किती तोटा झाला, किती वाईट झालं, तर something good can happen next. Okay, like this. Be optimistic. Even difficult times will lead to better days. Okay, even this shall pass. So you need to keep that in mind. So in that case, you can say every dark cloud has a silver lining. Mr. Tripathi had a loss in business, but he did not lose hope, as he believed every dark cloud has a silver lining, like this. Hear it or the grapevine. Okay. So the meaning of grapevine, it is rumors. Okay. That is someone who is talking you or you're giving information orally. So in short, that is about rumors. So someone is telling, you know, that it happens usually with women. So they say, oh, I'm telling only you, don't tell it to anybody. And the same woman tells to other 10 women, and while telling, she tells, I told it to only you, don't tell it anybody. And actually it has spread all over. Okay. And it is all rumor. Okay. Rumor, that is not true at all, but people think this is true and they behave accordingly. So such kind of rumors. To hear rumors about something or someone. The team manager couldn't believe what he heard on the grapevine about his team members. So that is in rumors. Okay. So means that is a only just rumor. That is not fact. That is not reality. Very important. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. Do or say something exactly right. So as expected. So maybe the practical meaning, you know, this is a nail, and if you're going to hit this nail on the head, this is the meaning, word meaning. But here that is not expected. Something that you're doing exactly right. You're going to say exactly right. Hit the nail on the head. So this is popular and commonly used in English language. So today we hit the nail on the head by putting the matter rationally in front of the manager. It means that we did it right. Okay, we did the right work. Like this. Then next is keep something at bay. Bay means away. Okay, so you just try to understand. Keep something at bay, keep something away. A good leader always keeps prejudice at bay. What is the meaning of prejudice? Do you know meaning of prejudice? Something that you have biased, inclined opinion about someone, something, or at some place. Purvagraha. Okay. Kill two birds with one stone. Eka dagda दोन पक्षी मार. Yes, yes, that is very common, and we people also know it. So to accomplish two different things at the same time or with one effort, okay, so you are accomplishing two things. My trip to Germany will kill two birds with one stone. I will do my work as well as have a great time with my family. So here two things are done. So which two things? First, I can do my work and I can enjoy the trip as well. So here trip to Germany is kill two birds with one stone, like this. Then next one is the last straw. Last straw, I think that the final problem in a series of problems. I mean that there are a number of things, difficulties that you're facing. So maybe it is like this. And this may be the last problem. This may be the last issue. This may be the last struggle that you have to do. So in that case, this will be your last straw. We are now stress-free as this is the last straw. Last straw, this is the last problem that we are going to face it, solve it. Next, a man of letters. A man of letters means that one who is very educated person, well-read man, one who knows, who has knowledge, that is called a man of letters. Dr. Mehta is a man of letters and his views are scholarly. So it means that his opinions are maybe philosophical. Okay. Then let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag. Something that is secret, which is revealed, which is made open to all. Okay. So that is let the cat out of the bag. To share information that was previously concealed. Okay. Or make a long story short, the ministry has now let the cat out of the bag. I mean that the real information he shared with everyone. Crocodile tears, magarmachh ke aasu. So what is mean by crocodile tears? You're trying to show that you have a lot of sorrow, grief. Maybe you're crying. There are tears in your eyes, but they are not of real sorrow. You are just trying to show the people that I'm having or I'm feeling a lot of sorrow for you, but actually I'm not feeling anything. Or maybe from internally I may be happy. He is having a lot of loss, or maybe reason might be anything, but apparently I'm showing that I'm having a lot of sorrow, but internally I don't feel anything or I don't have any sorrow. Cheaters shed crocodile tears. They just make show of having sorrow, but they don't have sorrow at all. Then up to the mark means something that you're doing satisfactory. Mr. Kulkarni got selected as his performance in the interview was up to the mark. Up to the mark means satisfactory. Once in a blue moon, we are moving a little bit faster, you know that we have shorter time. So once in a blue moon happens very rarely. Kadi tari ekda. Okay, like this. Decisions regarding the development of our country happen once in a blue moon. It's rarely, sometimes somewhere the development is done. Otherwise, everywhere is only politics. Only politics. Next. Picture paints 1,000 words. Picture paints 1,000 words. So what does it mean? A visual presentation is far more descriptive than words. So therefore, you know that instead of writing answer of one page, I'm just drawing. So maybe having a drawing, let's say in your maybe mechanics or somewhere you might have some drawing. So just describing that any working or procedure and drawing only that figure. So you know that figure will illustrate more. Instead of just writing one page write up, that may not just give you exact details like this. Picture paints 1,000 words. A visual presentation is far more descriptive than words. So here you can think of diagrams, pictures, charts, or maybe there are a number of visual presentations that you can make use, graphs, etc. In the kindergarten, pictorial experiences help to learn the things faster and picture paints as a picture paints 1,000 words. Next, piece of cake, a job or task or other activity that is very easy, that is very simple, that is piece of cake. Daily exercise is a piece of cake for my brother. You can think something which is easy for you that you can consider as piece of cake. Then next, with one voice means without having any opposition, without having any different view. Anonymously means with one voice, with one opinion. All people, suppose there are 100 people, okay, and all 100 people having only one decision, like this, with one voice. Everybody agree with the point. Suresh was selected as the class representative, CR, with one voice, means that everybody wanted Suresh as CR. Sit on the fence. This is used when someone does not want to choose or make a decision. For example, so there are two sides. This is one side and that is another side. Okay, and here is someone who is not going to this side also and that side also. In that case, it is called sitting on the fence. A few employees often sit on the fence in a critical situation. They do not go to this side or that side. They are neutral. They are at middle. Okay. Then next is, yes, all complained about the issue with one voice. Yes, that's right. So you can use these things. Steal someone's thunder. So steal someone's thunder, take someone's credit. So the thing that you have not done, the work you have not done, but you're presenting it that I have done it. You're telling it to other people, this is my work, which is you have not done at all. That is steal someone's thunder. Mrs. Neha steals someone's thunder and boasts of herself. So there are some people, that around us also, these people, they do not do themselves anything, but they steal someone's thunder and they show it that this is mine, like this. And next, to hear something straight from a horse mouth. Horse mouth is that from genuine or authentic source. जो व्यक्ती आहे त्याच्याकडूनच ऐकायचं. म्हणजे समजा for example, you are listening one story and other people are telling about it, but you know that you don't believe these people. So if the right person is telling it, then it means that to hear something straight from the horse mouth. For example, there is Sunday, and on Sunday all students are saying that there is a guest lecture at 10 a.m. and nobody was not sure about it. So you decided to ask your class coordinator, and then class coordinator will tell whether there is guest lecture or not. In that case, you can say, let's hear it straight from the horse mouth. So is your horse mouth here? Your CC is like horse mouth. The workers agreed to the new policy only when they listen to it from horse mouth. Horse mouth means some authority. An iron will, an inflexible determination, something that you say, you're not going to change it at all. You're going to fulfill this. That is an iron will. Sardar Patel was a man of iron will, strong desire, you can say. So I think that we'll finish this much and then we'll finish. Here we are with castles in the air. Castles in the air means something that you are thinking only. Practically, there is nothing. You're not doing anything, but in imagination, you're thinking. So I will do this, I will do that, I will win, I will become successful, I will build a home, I will buy one car, I will just start my own company, and doing nothing. So what is this? This is imaginary schemes. So that is called castles in the air. My friend builds castles in the air and actually does nothing to accomplish it. Then next one is by hook or crook. By hook or crook, by fair or foul means. Fair or foul means by good ways or by bad ways. Something that I want in any way, in any situation, in any circumstances, by using good ways, by using bad ways. For example, I wanted to earn money by hook or crook. So what it mean by hook or crook? I will use good ways as well as I will use bad ways also, unfair, illegal ways also. So that is by hook or crook, by deceiving people, by maybe looting people. It can be anything. So he was so desperate for the post that he decided to achieve it by hook or crook, by good ways, by bad ways. Fair means good, foul means bad. Then next one is this, once for all. That is finally, once for all, my daughter finished with all her projects. So we can say once for all, we have finished our lecture. At a stretch, it means continuously. We have been working on the task at a stretch. Or you can say if you want to get success, you have to work at a stretch. So you have to work at a stretch. It means that you have to work continuously. So these were the some idioms and phrases. Okay. So in next lecture, you people may get some of the more maybe exercise we people will discuss, and we'll try to close it. So now time to stop here. I will take attendance and then we'll stop. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, if you did not understand any of the saying proverb, you just note it down. You can ask me. You can search it on Google. And as I already told you, these are limited, okay? So if you're tired of these much idioms and phrases, these are very few, okay? There are a lot of idioms and phrases. You just search it on Google, on YouTube, and make familiar that you know more and more. So let's go for attendance. Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Roll number 12 is absent, okay? Then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 absent. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41 absent. 42 absent, 43 absent, 44 absent, 45, 46, 47 absent, 48, 49 absent, 50, 51 absent, 52, 53, 54, 55 absent, 56 absent, 57 absent, 58, 59, 60 and 61. So many students are absent. Absent roll numbers are roll number 12, 18, 41, 42, 43, 44, 47, 49, 51, 55, 56 and 57. If anybody is here, you just let me know. So with this note, should we stop here? Should I end this meeting for all?
Yes, sir.
So that we have got the notice that we should check our notebooks by this consult subject teacher.
Okay.
So what writing that we had not written too much of CS. So what?
So whatever we people have just described, I think that if initially we might have written COs, course outcomes, syllabus, then I think that I have told you to write structures and all those things. Whatever you have written, you just cover that much.
Okay, sir.
All
सर
right.
तुम्हाला नोटबुक सेंड करायची का म्हणजे पीडीएफ वर
Yes.
व्हॉट्सअपला का
No, I will tell you, or maybe I will share separate link for that. त्यासाठी separate link येईल तुम्हाला. ओके. आणि कालचं जे असाइनमेंट सबमिशन साठी जे रिस्पॉन्स होते ते एडिट केलेलं आहे. यू कॅन सबमिट नंबर ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सेस देअर. ओके.
Okay, sir.
Fine. So I will end this meeting for all.